Have you ever wondered how war truly feels beyond the heroic tales? While many films take creative liberties, some choose to show the unfiltered reality of battle, raw, brutal, and unforgettable. These films go beyond the surface, depicting not just soldiers in combat, but the deep human cost of war. From the devastation of Stalingrad, where survival becomes the only fight, to the emotional journey in Grave of the Fireflies, where innocence is shattered by conflict, these movies leave a lasting impact. They remind us that war is not just fought on the front lines, it's felt in the hearts of those it touches. 1. Dunkirk, 2017. Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk presents the intense story of the Dunkirk evacuation during World War II. Stripping away the traditional war film tropes, Nolan focuses on the raw survival experience from the perspectives of soldiers on land, civilians on sea, and pilots in the air. The film's minimal dialogue and immersive sound design put the audience directly in the chaotic environment of the battle. By using real vintage ships, planes, and actual filming locations, Dunkirk brings an unparalleled level of authenticity. The lack of backstories and the film's reliance on visual storytelling enhance the realism, making every scene feel immediate and tense. The desaturated colors and quick pacing heighten the urgency and confusion. Dunkirk does not glorify war, but instead shows the sheer will to survive, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats throughout. Its gripping realism and emotional depth make it one of the most compelling war films of modern cinema. 2. Come and See, 1985. Come and See is a powerful, unrelenting portrayal of the horrors of World War II from a young Belarusian boy's perspective. Directed by Ilham Klimov, the film depicts the Nazi occupation and the brutal destruction of a village in Belarus. What makes this film stand apart is its unflinching depiction of the horrific realities of war. There are no heroic stands or redemptive arcs. The film's use of real ammunition and extreme methods to capture genuine terror in the actors' eyes adds a layer of authenticity to its disturbing scenes. The young protagonist's transformation from an innocent boy to a traumatically scarred survivor forms the emotional core of the film. With its unvarnished, devastating portrayal of genocide, Come and See forces viewers to confront the raw brutality of war, making it a harrowing, unforgettable cinematic experience. The film's haunting imagery and relentless emotional weight continue to impact viewers long after the credits roll. 3. The Longest Day, 1962. The Longest Day is a cinematic epic that captures the events of D-Day, June 6, 1944, with a focus on the complexities of the landings from multiple perspectives. Directed by Ken Anakin, Andrew Martin, and Bernhard Wicki, the film offers a panoramic view of the battle, portraying the experiences of American, British, French, and German soldiers. With a star-studded cast and international cooperation, it remains one of the most ambitious World War II films. The production filmed on actual Normandy beaches and used real landing crafts to ensure authenticity. The film doesn't just focus on the heroism of the Allied forces, it also gives insight into the struggles of the German soldiers defending the beaches. The Longest Day doesn't glorify the battle but presents the chaos, confusion, and human cost of war. Its historical accuracy, attention to detail, and balanced portrayal of both sides make it one of the most enduring depictions of D-Day. 4. Tora, 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 1970. Tora, Tora, Tora is a remarkable film that accurately depicts the events leading up to and during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Directed by Richard Fleischer and Kinji Fukasaku, this Japanese-American co-production is unique in its balanced portrayal of both the American and Japanese sides of the conflict. The film's dedication to historical accuracy is shown in its meticulous recreations, from full-scale Japanese aircraft carriers to period-accurate planes. It portrays the human side of both the American and Japanese forces, presenting their strategies and mistakes without demonizing either side. The Japanese military is depicted as a disciplined and strategic force, and the film doesn't shy away from showing American unpreparedness. Initially criticized for its technical nature, Tora, Tora, Tora is now regarded as the most accurate depiction of the Pearl Harbor attack. Its attention to detail, including the real explosion during filming, adds authenticity, making it one of the most historically significant war films. 5. The Thin Red Line, 1998. Terrence Malick's The Thin Red Line takes an unconventional approach to the portrayal of the Pacific War, focusing not on grand battle scenes, but on the inner lives of soldiers during the Battle of Guadalcanal. Unlike most war films that glorify heroism, The Thin Red Line delves deep into the psychological and emotional toll of combat. The film's focus on the disorientation, confusion, and trauma of soldiers provides an intimate and often philosophical look at the horrors of war. With minimal dialogue and a hauntingly poetic narration, it contrasts the chaos of battle with moments of introspection. Malick's commitment to authenticity extends to the film's use of real locations and a naturalistic style that doesn't glorify combat, but instead emphasizes the mundane struggles of survival. The film's nuanced portrayal of both American and Japanese soldiers, focusing on their shared humanity, makes it a powerful, thought-provoking anti-war statement. 6. Das Boot, 1981. Das Boot offers a deep dive into the claustrophobic and perilous life aboard a German U-boat during World War II. Directed by Wolfgang Petersen, the film immerses viewers in the oppressive atmosphere of submarine warfare, focusing on the crew's psychological and emotional struggles as they endure isolation, fear, and the constant threat of death. The cast spent months inside a narrow replica submarine, experiencing the same conditions as real submariners, and this commitment to authenticity makes the film unique. Cinematographer Jost Vacano's use of a Steadicam creates a kinetic, immersive style that enhances the claustrophobia and tension. The film doesn't glorify the war, but instead captures the grim realities of combat, focusing on survival rather than heroism. Das Boot is often hailed as the definitive submarine film, offering a visceral and emotionally charged portrayal of life underwater during wartime. Its psychological depth and unflinching realism make it one of the most powerful war films ever made. 7. Letters from Iwo Jima, 2006. Clint Eastwood's Letters from Iwo Jima provides a rare and humanizing perspective on the Battle of Iwo Jima by focusing on the experiences of Japanese soldiers defending the island. Shot entirely in Japanese and starring Japanese actors, the film explores the soldiers' internal conflicts, fears, and motivations, offering a more nuanced portrayal of the enemy. Based on letters and memoirs from the soldiers, the film is historically accurate, depicting the harsh conditions they endured and the cultural codes they followed. Eastwood's respectful approach contrasts with typical American war films, showing the Japanese soldiers not as faceless enemies but as individuals with honor, duty, and fear. The film's attention to detail in recreating the battlefield and the emotional depth of its characters make it a groundbreaking piece of cinema. Letters from Iwo Jima is an essential film for understanding the complex nature of war and the human experiences on both sides of the conflict. 8. Schindler's List, 1993. Schindler's List is Steven Spielberg's harrowing portrayal of the Holocaust, telling the true story of Oskar Schindler, a Nazi businessman who saved over 1,000 Jews from concentration camps. Shot in black and white, the film's stark visuals add to its haunting realism. Spielberg's decision to focus on the inhumanity of the Holocaust rather than just individual suffering makes the film stand out. The historical accuracy is astonishing, from the recreated locations to the use of survivor testimonies, ensuring an authentic representation of the atrocities. The brutal depiction of the concentration camps, the daily cruelty, and the moral complexities of Schindler's actions resonate deeply. The film shows how Schindler, initially driven by greed, ultimately became a hero. Schindler's List is not only a pivotal educational tool, but also a powerful emotional experience that underscores the horrors of the Holocaust and the possibility of redemption in the face of evil. 9. The Battle of Britain, 1969. The Battle of Britain stands as one of the most accurate films about the aerial conflict between the British Royal Air Force and the German Luftwaffe in 1940. Directed by Guy Hamilton, the film showcases the bravery and determination of the pilots on both sides, using real aircraft such as Spitfires and Hurricanes to create realistic battle sequences. The production's historical accuracy extends beyond the aircraft to include authentic radio communication and military tactics. What sets the film apart is its balanced portrayal of both the British and German forces, showing them as skilled professionals rather than villains. The film doesn't shy away from the RAF's initial shortcomings, presenting a full picture of the battle's difficulties and challenges. The film's attention to detail, from the depiction of the air combat to the personal struggles of the soldiers, makes it one of the most definitive portrayals of one of World War II's most critical battles. 10. Son of Saul, 2015. Son of Saul is a raw, emotional film that immerses viewers in the horrors of Auschwitz through the eyes of a Jewish Sonderkommando. Directed by Laszlo Nemes, the film focuses on Saul, a man who works in the gas chambers and struggles to maintain his humanity in the face of overwhelming brutality. The film's unique cinematography keeps the violence just outside the frame, using tight, shallow focus shots to create a claustrophobic and psychological experience. Saul's internal journey is portrayed with disturbing intensity as he tries to give a proper burial to a boy he believes is his son. The film's commitment to historical accuracy is evident in its painstaking recreation of the camp's procedures. Son of Saul doesn't sensationalize the Holocaust, but instead presents the emotional and psychological toll it took on its victims. Its powerful storytelling, stark realism, and unflinching portrayal of life in the camps make it one of the most unforgettable films about the Holocaust. 11. Anthropoid, 2016. Anthropoid is a tense and historically grounded film about the assassination of Reinhard Heydrich, a key architect of the Holocaust. Directed by Sean Ellis, the film focuses on the daring operation carried out by Czech resistance fighters during World War II. Based on real events, the film captures the planning, execution, and aftermath of the operation, showing the emotional and psychological toll on the soldiers involved. The film's attention to detail is exceptional, recreating Prague under Nazi occupation with remarkable authenticity. Anthropoid doesn't glamorize the resistance fighters. Instead, it shows their fear, doubt, and internal struggles, humanizing them in a way few war films do. The portrayal of Nazi reprisals, including the execution of innocent civilians, adds a brutal layer of realism to the film. Anthropoid is not just a story of bravery. It's a stark reminder of the devastating cost of resistance during wartime and the emotional trauma faced by those who fought against oppression. 12. Downfall, 2004. Downfall is a German film that offers a chilling and accurate depiction of Adolf Hitler's final days in his Berlin bunker. Directed by Oliver Hirschbiegel, the film is based on the testimony of Traudl Junge, Hitler's secretary, and the memoirs of other people who witnessed his downfall. The film's most powerful element is Bruno Ganz's portrayal of Hitler, showing him as a broken, paranoid figure instead of a powerful dictator. The film depicts the psychological collapse of the Nazi regime, showing the disintegration of the leadership and the mass suicides within the bunker. The film's accuracy is evident in the meticulous recreation of the bunker and the events leading to Hitler's death. By focusing on Hitler's final days, Downfall provides a sobering look at how a regime crumbled from within. The film sparked intense debate in Germany, with some critics accusing it of humanizing Hitler, but its unflinching portrayal remains a powerful historical document. Stalingrad, 1993. Stalingrad offers an unflinching, brutal portrayal of one of the most intense and devastating battles of World War II. Directed by Joseph Vilsmay, the film follows a group of German soldiers as they fight in the infamous Battle of Stalingrad. Unlike many war films that glorify combat, Stalingrad presents war as a meat grinder, highlighting the physical and emotional toll it takes on the soldiers. The film's commitment to historical accuracy is evident in the meticulous recreation of uniforms, weapons, and battle strategies. The soldiers' struggles are not just against the enemy, but also against the harsh winter, starvation, and the brutal conditions they face in the ruins of the city. Stalingrad is revolutionary in its portrayal of Soviet forces, showing their tactical brilliance and their fierce determination. The film's balanced view, showing both the German soldiers' hardships and the Soviet resilience, makes it one of the most realistic depictions of the Eastern Front in World War II. Conspiracy, 2001. Conspiracy is a chilling film that dramatizes the Wannsee Conference, where Nazi officials met in 1942 to discuss the final solution to the Jewish question. Directed by Frank Pearson, the film is based on the actual minutes of the meeting and testimonies from the Nuremberg trials. The film focuses on the chillingly bureaucratic nature of genocide, showing how Nazi officials calmly discussed mass murder as a logistical issue. Kenneth Branagh's portrayal of Reinhard Heydrich is a chilling reminder of the cold efficiency with which the Nazis executed their genocidal plans. Conspiracy doesn't focus on the victims, but on the perpetrators, offering a terrifying view of how ordinary bureaucrats became complicit in the Holocaust. The film's commitment to historical accuracy makes it one of the most disturbing portrayals of the Nazi regime. It's an essential film for understanding the bureaucratic processes behind one of history's most horrific crimes. 15. Grave of the Fireflies, 1988. Grave of the Fireflies is an emotionally devastating animated film that portrays the tragic consequences of war on civilians, particularly children. Directed by Isao Takahata, the film follows two siblings in Japan as they struggle to survive after their city is destroyed by American firebombing during World War II. The film's realistic depiction of wartime hardships is enhanced by the use of animation, which allows the film to show the full scale of devastation in a poignant and visually striking way. The children's efforts to find food, shelter, and safety amidst the destruction are heartbreaking, illustrating the extreme dehumanization caused by war. The film's powerful focus on the emotional toll on civilians, especially children, sets it apart from other war films, making it a poignant, heartbreaking experience. Grave of the Fireflies does not shy away from showing the brutal realities of war's impact on innocent lives, making it one of the most powerful anti-war films ever made. These films don't just capture the chaos of war, they show the untold stories of those who endure its darkest sides. From the harsh realities of Stalingrad to the emotional devastation in Grave of the Fireflies, they strip away the glorification of battle and reveal the human cost of conflict. By presenting war as a raw, personal experience, these movies force us to confront uncomfortable truths and reflect on history's most painful moments. They are more than just entertainment. They are poignant reminders of the lasting effects of war on individuals and the world around them.